Here she is. This is the BH15 pilot system from Brewers Hardware. I went ahead and upgraded to a 20-gallon boil kettles. And thanks, Curtis, for all your help, man. Appreciate it. He was able to hook me up with some Blickman Boilmaker G2s. And all three of them have side gauges. This is your hot liquor tank. This is your mash tun. It actually comes with the sparging valve, side gauge. And inside actually has a ferrule for hose for your sparging and a false bottom. It's actually awesome. I haven't been able to use the system yet. I just was able to assemble it, but I might make some additions to it. I know I was trying to put some additional connections in the back just because I want to put some heating elements. I want to go away from propane. I want to go straight electric. I want to thank my dad for helping me run some extra wiring just for 240. We went ahead and put 2 of them just because I might run 2 heating elements on the boil kettle and 2 on the hot liquor tank. I don't think I want 1 on the mash tun, but I want to see how fast I can get them up to a boil, and I want to see whether if it's worth it to go propane or electric. But here she is. The only modifications or additions I'm going to do is I want to add a controller for the pumps, just because I don't want to be disconnecting them and connecting them in the back. So I'm probably going to add maybe like a stainless steel attachment and a controller. Obviously I'm going to have to shield it from the heat, but it's going to be enclosed. That way I can hook up my pumps to it, and all I have to do is control switches, maybe some toggle switches. That one I might move it over. I have an extra chugger pump which I'm going to attach for the wort chiller. And I don't have to run cold ice water no more. I bought a glycol chiller. It's a small 10-gallon glycol chiller. Bought it online, but I used it to cold crash my fermenter. I just finally cleaned it today. Got all the beer out a few days ago. It was just sitting in water and sanitizer and cleaner, but finally got to it, cleaned it out. And I bought this fermenter from Brewers Hardware as well. It was just kind of a short quick purchase. I wasn't planning on it, but I liked it and I bought it. I thought it was going to be awesome, but the only thing I don't understand is I don't think this jacket fills up completely. I think that there might be like a worm that wraps around the vessel and comes out, just because it was quick to fill and quick to drain. I wouldn't even be surprised if it was less than a gallon that was in there. And this is quite thick. This is about 2 inches. But it's a 15-gallon fermenter. It actually worked nice. It actually came with the sample port valve, a thermometer, and also a racking arm and valve, and a 2-inch butterfly valve with an elbow. And the top lid actually has 3 other connections. I think it's a 4-inch and 2.5-inch. So what I'm thinking about doing is I'm gonna run the glycol chiller on the jacket itself, and then I'm gonna buy a coil that I can stick on the top lid and run glycol through it too, because I was trying to chill it, cold crash it, and I only was able to achieve 40 degrees. And I think I want to chill it a little bit more than that if I can. The more the better. But yeah, I can't wait to get this. Can't get this one running. We'll baptize it sometime this week. It's a big step going from 5 gallons to 15 gallons. But hey, we got to start somewhere, right? We got to keep on pushing. But yeah, it's going to be fun. And then I want to show you guys something quick. I went ahead and, don't mind the mess. I bought this chest freezer a while back. And I was just using it just, you know, an extra freezer. But I went ahead and bought some redwood, some 2x6s. A little bit of hardware here and there that I had at the house and a sealer. And the only thing I regret is should have went with a different type of stain. I went with the cherry, but I should have gone something darker. Maybe like a pecan, or I don't know. I wanted it like a maple cherry, you know. I don't know. But it looks brown to me. It doesn't look cherry to me. Maybe it needed a second coat. I'm not sure. But what we did is just went with the regular controller. I think this one was like 60 bucks on Amazon. Just hooks right into it, you know. And the thermocouple, I fed it in with the same hose. It's actually insulated, so no cold actually escapes. But I'm running a small little bottle right now with the manifold with 2 regulators. But I'm only using one. And just because there's only need for one. On the inside, what I did is I ran a manifold with 3 valves. And so I'm only carbonating 3 kegs, but I'm only tapped into 2 just because these 3 kegs are the same type of beer. I made an IPA. Thanks, Pat, for the barfly recipe. Once again, I'm always going to keep on thanking you. That's an experiment which might go wrong. I'm not sure, but I want to make a like a Belgium, like a Tripel, and I think I went too heavy on the malt. The grain was a little dark. When we brewed it, the whole house smelled like chocolate. I mean, oh God, it smelled good. But I think I went heavy on the hops, and I think I kind of messed that up. I shouldn't have used any hops, but it was flat. So right now we're just carbonating. I'm trying to get it as cold as possible. Actually, it's reading like 40 degrees. But I think I need to get it lower than that. I'm not sure why, but that controller says 28. Maybe it's not reading right. Maybe that's why it's not carbonating. It's been sitting for about a half a day. Actually, no, about a full day. I know it's going to take a couple of days, but it shows it's on. I'm not sure. Hopefully I don't freeze this thing. But let's run it at 20, 26. Let's see if that thermometer changes. I want to get it at least 35. 35 would actually be nice. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a quick look. I will show you guys later how I modify this little glycol chiller, just because I want to use that manifold. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys my little system. And thanks again for watching. Hit the like button, and I'll let you know when I get the next video up, when we're actually brewing.